Hi everyone, this is Lori from the Crafting Auntie coming back with you. First of all, I'd like to welcome all my new subscribers and all of those that have been with me. And also I wanted to mention that I won't be doing 3 videos a week like I had been doing. I just found it was getting really hard for me to keep up with everything, and I do this for fun. I don't do this to make money or anything. I just do this for fun. I love sharing. I love showing my creations. So I will be doing videos starting this week. So starting with this particular next video, which is going to come out on Friday. So I'll do Monday, Friday, and if there's something in between, I may do that, another one. But for right now, I'm just going to do 2 videos a week. So welcome, I'm glad you're here. Today I want to work on using a junk mail envelope. Seems I have a lot of those. And I want to create a little pocket with a window and a tag. And I'm going to be using a kit from Polka Art Studio. This is not a design team project. This is a kit that I had purchased previously, fell in love with it, and thought I needed to play with it. So I'm just going to show you a couple of pieces here of what's in this. It's the movie, I think it's a retro movie. I don't remember the name of it, but I'll link it below. But these are just some of the pieces I had left. And they're gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to play with this. And so what I want to do is I want to shorten this up. I'll have something that'll go inside here. We're going to cover the front. I'm going to add some different pockets and also some little flip outs. So I'm going to grab some things together, and I've already pre-done quite a bit. So I have cut these. They're little like window specimen type cards that I want to use. And you cut out the center and cut the card that goes inside. So I have this one ready to go and this one ready to go. They're super fun. So I want these to flip out. I would have loved them if one went one way and one went the other way, but it doesn't, so I'm just going to roll with it. I've picked out these pockets from the kit that I want to use kind of together down here at the bottom. So I'm going to shorten this up. Going to do some stitching, and I picked her out. I thought she was gorgeous to go inside the window. So we'll finish her up, put a tab on her, and I think she'll be gorgeous peeking through there. Okay, so first thing I want to do is to do some inking. I'm going to use Scorched Timber. And I have a piece also that I want to put inside here, so when she's out, you still have something fun to look at. So I'm going to put that in there if you could see that. So I'm going to do some of the inking and get things ready to go. And I've got some other pieces as well. Now I've already pre-cut some pieces that are going to go all around my envelope, like so, and then I'll trim it off. So let's go ahead. I'll get these all inked up, and then we will glue them all down. So I'll be right back. So as I'm finishing inking, I have enjoyed doing these videos. Just a little explanation as to why I'm cutting down. But I do have a back issue that has given me grief off and on, and although I enjoy doing a lot of the crafting that I do and a lot of the videos I do, it was becoming harder for me to keep up and also feel halfway decent when I was finished. So, you know, that's kind of it. And then also, I like to craft, and I like to be able to have time to play as well. And I was just finding that I wasn't having enough time to play and also take care of, you know, household duties, my little dog Buddy, and my husband, and I just felt tired all the time. So maybe you can relate to me. Maybe you have no issue with that and you can just keep going and go, 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 but I have to have a little bit of time that I can have to myself. So that's why I decided to cut back on my videos. And again, like I said, I do this for fun. You know, I'm retired. I worked in contracts before, and it was a very hectic job, and I worked for the Nuclear Navy. It was my main customer, and so yeah, I just like to have some things that I can do that just kind of are relaxing at times. So I've been retired about 6 years and loving it, and loving the fact of being able to be in my creative space, which is my crafty room with all my fun things that I have gotten over the years to play with. And I have so many things that, you know, I don't know, you see some of the new Tim Holtz things that come out and it's like, oh, I would love to have that. And then you get it and then you don't use it because you're busy with other things or you don't think about it. So I wanted to have time to be able to do that. So that's why I did my decision the way I did. So anyhow, that's just a little bit about me. Yeah. I know you all know I'm Christian, so I like doing also projects, devotionals for my Bible study group that I'm in with the ladies from my church. And I just got done doing a big group of little journals that we'll be doing a study on Mary and Martha, which will be kind of fun because it's you want to be like a Mary that'll sit at Jesus' feet, but we all kind of, if you're Christian like me, you get kind of busy and you end up being a Martha, doing this, doing that. And sometimes you just have to take a step back. And I think that is also why I decided just to take a little step back in my videos here. But I love the fact that you guys tune in, and hopefully you still will. I enjoy just seeing your comments, and yeah, I just love it. And again, I don't make any money on this. It's not my goal or my passion. I just want to enjoy it and have fun. Okay, so while we did all that gabbing, I got all my stuff inked down. Okay, so I'm going to fold this and crease it, and then I'm going to cut this off. I want this to be shorter. I thought about, you know, folding it up and making a pocket that way, and then I decided, no, let's do something different. Okay, well, I need to ink this up. And I don't think I'm going to do anything on the back because I would envision this going on a page in a journal. And that's the other thing I'll just chat a little bit about, is I love making the journals. And I have been just making ephemera lately, and I just feel like I want to have some time to make some more journals because I do enjoy that, and I need a place to put some of these ephemera that I made. So I'll be doing some of that, and hopefully you'll join me because I do want to make some on camera. Okay, I'm going to start gluing these down. Today I'm using tacky glue, and the reason why is I have this I've been wanting to use up, and sometimes I just need to have a glue that I can reposition my pieces in place. So that's why I decided to use this. And these are going to go over the window just a little bit, and that's totally fine with me. So I'm going to put this one right down here, and then we'll add the side pieces, and then that will be done. And then we're also going to glue the inside piece. So when the tag comes out, you'll still have something fun to look at. This kit came with several pages with some ephemera, and I've used it a couple times already. So hopefully you've seen those videos where I have used these. I made a mini file folder that was loaded, and originally I had done one that was postal, and then I decided I wanted to do one in a movie theme. And that was during the collaboration that I did with my sister Pam at Nana's Crafting Cottage. Didn't need to glue down here. Okay, let's get this back in place. Perfect. I like this newsprint. So I wanted to use it as a base. Use whatever glue you have. Most of the time I use art glitter glue, but I've had this glue for a while and I've been trying to use it up on other projects. And so sometimes, you know, you just need to kind of wiggle stuff about. All right, let's cut these off. And then I'm also going to do the inside before I glue this down. So this piece, I want to cover this up. We'll go right in there. Add some glue to this. Okay. Right side up. That's always a good thing to know. That you got it right side up. I think I'm just going to follow the lines just to make sure I get it straight. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to glue the bottom part shut. And I am going to stitch around here. And I'm also going to round these corners. Let's get my corner rounder here. And I think I'm going to back this onto another cardstock. So I think what I want to do is grab some cardstock and then mount it on here and cut around it, stitch it, and do all of that. So I'm going to grab some cardstock. Okay, I found this cardstock that was given to me by a friend with this wood grain and flowers, and I thought it went really well. So I'm going to just trim a little border around this. Not a lot, I just kind of want it peeking out. So I'll add this. I think it goes really well with the colors. Make sure I get this the right size. Okay, and then I also have a piece of coffee dye paper. And I'm going to add to the back of this before I do the stitching. And then I'll go off camera and do the stitching so you don't have to sit here and listen to my machine. I have a stationary camera in here. It's not like using my cell phone or anything where I can move it around. It'll flip around in different ways, but I'll just do it off camera. I think that is just easier. Okay, so let's add this. Whoops, we need to turn it around. Okay, I'm not gonna have a border on this. Have enough border here. Okay, and then I'm gonna trim it off. I got glue on the other side there. So let's trim that all off. Right to the edge of this wood grain paper. And then I need to test it to make sure it's going to fit in my envelope again. So that, hopefully I didn't get it too far down, too big. A little bit. Okay. I'm going to trim it down a little bit. I'm going to round the corners and I'm going to stitch. Okay, I have this stitched. So I've just done a very edge stitch right around here. It's kind of hard to see. And then I have done a fun stitch around here. Let's see better maybe on the back side. So this fits in here, just like that. And I'm okay with it sticking out a little bit because I think that makes it easier to pull out, and I'll probably put a tab on it. Okay, so these are what I wanted to kind of put like this, glue them inside. Let's take this out. I wanted to glue them inside this flap like so. And then that way they would flip open like this. So flip open. And I've got two. Now I had hoped I could do one on each side. That's not going to work because of the way these are constructed. So if I did one down here and then did one here, that would be, they both flip this way. And so I'm okay with that. I'm going to have to do that. Okay. But I realize I need to ink on the inside here or it's going to show a little bit of white and I don't want that. So I'm just going to ink around it on the inside and also here. Normally you would make these as a stationary pocket that you would just glue down. I'm turning them into a flip. So I'm going to be gluing inside here and on this bottom part where this other flap is. So I think that's better. And let's do this one. I should probably do inside here too. And on this side, trying to cover up all that white that might peek through. Let me do the inside of this as well. I think that's going to be okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to glue right here and right along this edge. And for this I am going to use art glitter glue. So I'm going to put glue here, just a thin bead, and here. And then we'll close those up. Just like that. And then we still got our little flip flap. Let's do the same thing here. Right along this edge, just as close as you can, and here. And then let's get these glued on. So I'll put one here and just make sure that you give it a little bit of space so it can move back and forth. So one here and one down here. And then I'm going to add a couple pockets here. So flip open to a pocket. Okay. All right, so let's glue these. Go ahead and glue these on. Just putting glue on this one side and then slip it underneath onto the flap. And I'm going to come up as high as I can, but leaving just a tiny bit of a border. There's that one. And normally you would glue these in. So you know me, I think I like to try things differently, change things up a bit. Okay, so let's make sure we've got room for these to flip. Bring this one down a little bit. Okay, so now we've got our little flips this way. All right, whoops. Okay, so the pockets, I want one going this way and one going this way. And I think I'm going to stitch on the pockets. All right, let's glue these on. So which do I want in the front? I kind of think I want this. Got this fun looking car thing. Yeah, so let's glue this one down first. I'm going to use art glitter glue for this. Just around the three sides. Glue this almost to the edge. Just leaving a tiny, tiny border there. Oops. Put that in place, Lori, and press it down. And then do the same thing here. So on this side, the bottom, and this side. And this one is going to go right over it. So I'm just going to line it up. Like so. So now we have like a little double pocket. I don't want to put anything in there until it dries. So let's do put these guys in. So I think I want this one here. And make sure that that is open enough. Looks like I need to trim it because of the way I glued that. So let's see. Oh, here we go. Just got a little bit of seepage in there. So let's just get that open and slide this in. There we go. Just want to make sure that it goes in. And it'll poke out just a little bit at the top. And that'll kind of hold this other one down. And then let's make sure this one's open. Let me just run my bone folder in there. Open that up. Sometimes the glue seepage does that. And then this one will just pop in here. A little bit more. Just be careful when you're gluing them in. And then this one go in here. Well, this one's going to give me just a little bit of grief, so let's just trim it down a hair. And ink it up. There we go. Much better. And then just push it all the way in as far as it can go. I don't know why this is giving me so much trouble. It's open down here. Oh, I think it's hitting on the bottom piece. It's flipped up. There we go. Okay, sorry for the struggle. Sometimes the struggle is real. Okay, so we've got this. Flip open. Oh, we need to do something with the back. So let's see. I think we'll just ink it up. Let's just do that. You can add coffee dye paper if you want to. I'm just going to go ahead and ink it up, and then that'll take care of that issue. Yeah. And I'll put this one out a little bit, and let's ink it up. Again, this is going to go inside a journal on a page, but you can always stencil on it. That's another option. So, okay, that's better. All right. Now, here's our card, and I want to ink up the outside edge now that this is stitched and put on a cardstock. Oh, it's on cardstock, but I wanted it to be just a little bit stronger since it's going to come in and out of the pocket. And then this will go in here. So when these are open, you get to see this beautiful girl. And then what I have is just some decorations. A lot of these I just cut out of the scraps that I had. So I like this film strip. It's a little long, so I'm thinking I will do it in 2 pieces. So let's just cut it here. And then we'll ink up the edges. Let me put my pin back in my glue. There we go. So let's ink up the edges. These you can also back. For time's sake, I'm not going to back these, but I'm going to stick one back here, put it off to the side. And then this shorter one I can put in the front, this side. And then this was cool. It was a movie theater, and I just cut it out of one of the pages. There is other ephemera pieces, but I wanted to use some scraps of what I had already cut. So let's just tuck this down here. Looks like I need my pockets coming out. Add a little bit more glue here. There we go. Okay, so we've got 2 film strips. Got this little movie theater building. Okay, and then I have a little director's chair that I could put on here. Maybe we could pop it out the back here. This is going to be glued down anyway on a page. Let me know if you guys make a lot of ephemera as well, and then wonder, okay, what journal am I going to put it in? I would love to hear your comments on that. Ephemera is kind of fun to make, and it's a easy projects you can do, but then after a while you get kind of overwhelmed with ephemera and no home for it, and I like to have a home for my stuff as well. Okay, I also cut this out of the page, so I'm just going to ink it up and tuck it in there. Something different and fun to put in the pocket. And let's see, I thought I had another coupon thing, tickets that I had cut out. Did it fall over there? Nope. Okay, well, somewhere it's around here. I'm sure I'll find it after I'm done filming. Isn't that usually the case? Let me just take one more look over here. Yeah, I don't know what I did with it, but I had a couple of tickets, but actually we have quite a bit in here. Now, I'm thinking I do want to put a tab here. So let me grab my tab punch, and I'll use some of the scraps that I have here, and let's cut a tab real quick. Thinking I'm just going to use a scrap piece of this. So fold that in half. And I'm going to use this tab punch and cut one out. Okay, and let's ink it up. Press this down, and let's glue it on kind of in the center. I think would be good. Okay, so I think right about here. Give that a good press. And then I think I want to add an eyelet and maybe a couple eyelets here. So let me do that. Let me grab that stuff, and then we'll do some eyelets. All right, I got some copper eyelets. So I think I'm going to put one on top here, and one down here. And then I have this little clock charm. Didn't have anything for movies, so I thought, well, I'll just do this. Grab my crocodile here and the large setting, and I want to go down toward the bottom here. That way it'll dangle freely. I think the copper ones go really well, complement this paper. Okay, let's tuck that in, see how that looks. Yeah, and let me grab a bulb pin. Excuse me for reaching in. I have these little tip out drawers in front of me. And we'll add our bulb pin. Aren't ball pins awesome? I just love these. They dangle freely. So many uses. Okay, so we have that. And I think I'm just going to do eyelet in the center of each of these. So make sure I'm not cutting anything else. So I'll do one here. And we'll do one here. Just to add some character. Okay. These scrunch down. Oops. Get back in there. I'm not going to do anything to tie this down. You could add some twine. You actually could add some twine in this top one and wrap it around on the top. So you could do that. And I might consider something like that before I actually put it into a page. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it. There we go. Just getting caught on it. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Whew. Okay. So this is what we made today. Junk mail envelope. And a digital kit. This happens to be from Polka Art Studio. And we added these as little flip outs. We added pockets with these pieces of ephemera. Added the director's chair. I think that looks cool there. These are just cut from pieces of the paper that I had printed. And all of this is on cardstock. And then we got these film pieces. I think I'll stick one over here. And then we have this little bit that I cut out from the paper as well. And when all those are out, and even you can still see her. And then we made the tag that comes out, covered it with some coffee dye paper and did some stitching. And also we stitched the pockets and we stitched around the very edge of the envelope. Okay, so that was fun. Hopefully you guys will give this a try. Another rendition if you have a gang of, junk mail envelopes. So many things you can do with them. Just another little project. Super fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Love to hear your comments. Love to see your projects. You can always find me on Facebook and Instagram. I always tag those things. I will also be adding on the digital kit from Polka Art Studio. So you guys all have a great day. God bless you all. We'll see you at the next video. Bye.